friends in different cities, myself. But it starts with managing your time, like for you. The me time is crucial. And if you're okay and you're happy and you're healthy, then that way you can provide that for other people. But you can't give people time when you don't have any for yourself. So I think it starts off with you, and it's even like romantic relationships. You don't want to get into a relationship when you're not at your best and happy with yourself. So just like that, you can't give people time when you're not giving it to yourself. So first, mastering how much time you give yourself. Maybe that's building a list. But yeah, it starts with the self. I do two things. I have a to-do list for my day, and it's like job related, and then there's a personal life one that's related. Then I have a goals list that's more overarching for the next 5 to 10 years, so that I keep myself on track. But it's very important to take one day at a time. And I always remind myself of that when I'm anxious and I'm scared. I say, there's no reason to be fearful of the future. Just take one step at a time. Remind yourself of your futuristic goals, but don't dwell on them before looking at your day-to-day. Reassess in some time whether or not your day-to-day is leading you to your overarching goal. If it's not, make a change. But again, just be kind to yourself. All right. What is the best advice you've received from a professional? I don't think that the best advice has come from a professional. I think it came from like an Instagram quote or something like that, or a video. I don't remember where I found this, but it was a person talking about how the way that you speak to yourself is going to be taken at face value. So before you speak out, you need to speak to yourself. To demystify what I'm trying to say or clarify, I'm a people pleaser, and a lot of us are. We want to please people. We want to get ahead. We're ambitious. We want to thrive in our careers. But a lot of the time it comes to the detriment of ourselves, or we're sacrificing something. So if someone is asking you, are you okay? And you say, yes, that person is going to believe you. If someone is concerned about your health or about your well-being, your happiness, and you say, yeah, I'm fine, they're going to believe you. So be careful how much you commit by saying yes and I'm fine, or how much you lie to yourself, because ultimately it's not going to be sustainable from a happiness perspective. You need to be reasonable with yourself and say, am I okay today? Am I feeling okay? Because if I'm not feeling okay, there's no reason to say, yeah, I'm fine, and push it away. Obviously there's levels to that and degrees as to to this concept, but I learned that the hard way, because in the corporate world, people take. It's a company. They're trying to make the most profit off of you as possible. You're a resource. And that's just the way it works. That's great. But you also need to, as a resource, manage yourself. No one is going to do that for you. You're the one in charge of your life, of your well-being, and the consequences to your choices. So if you're being overworked, or if you're not happy, if you're not getting something that you want, you need to be honest about that with yourself first, and then see how to delegate that into, or manifest that and socialize it to other people. But don't lie to yourself, because ultimately it's going to it's not going to make you happy. I I don't know if that made any sense at all. Makes sense in my mind, but I don't want to bore you guys with an even longer explanation. But yeah, that is somewhat of the best advice I've ever received, because it's been my greatest learning lesson, especially this year. Tips for nailing an interview. Tips for nailing an interview. Be yourself. I know that sounds so cliche, but I hated this advice and hearing this of, oh, be yourself. It's like, well, then what if they don't like me? Obviously I want the job. I can't be myself. I need to be the person that they want me to be to get the job. But the reason for why I'm saying that now in hindsight, companies, even if, I'm an actor, right? I'm a pretty good actor, I'd like to think. Even if I say the right things and I am the candidate that, and I pretend to be the candidate and act like the candidate that they usually go for, and let's just say I get the job, when I am myself in the job and stop acting once I have it and the interview's over, you're not going to be very happy with the outcome, because you're going to expect the outcome of a person that you are not. So it's best in the interview stages to, be more malleable. You're going to be much more professional, and you're going to be much more put together than you are in real life. Like, I don't go like this to interviews, and I don't talk like this in interviews. But I am myself. And I am honest about my experiences, and more so now that I feel confident with them. And because there's not so much pressure to get a job now that I have one and I'm happy, I think it's very important to just be yourself in order to know whether or not it's a match. It's just like a date. I've always treated job interviews like dates. It's not in the company's power. It's also in yours. You're the interviewee, and you also have a decision as to whether or not you take the job. So don't be so hard on yourself, and don't be so scared. I think that's the best advice or tips that I can give you if you're going into an interview. So nail it, be yourself, and see how it goes. All right, so those are the top 5 questions I received. I hope that helped you guys in some way. I'm gonna hit the 20-minute mark, you guys. I'm so sorry. I talk forever, but that way, at least this way, you guys know that I have been trying my best to get back into it. And again, I'm really sorry for not doing this on a consistent basis. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go, but keep watching my videos. If you have any ideas for things that you want me to cover, if you have any requests, any questions, want to talk about the corporate world, want to talk about acting, want to talk about fashion, want to talk about beauty, want to talk about traveling, let me know. Happy to help. Okay, bye guys.